Hi everyone, my name's Gordon Mooneyhan, W4EGM, and I'm Public Information Coordinator for the South Carolina section of the ARRL, the National Association for Amateur Radio. As Public Information Coordinator, my job is to help public information officers get the word out about the wonderful hobby of amateur radio. And one of the things I stress is the importance of building relationships. Help build. And it takes time, but the results are worth it. You're going to be seeing a video that was shot this morning, the Friday before field day, the 24th of June. State Representative Tim McGINNIS of Horry County in South Carolina used to be a news anchor at WPD Channel 15 in Florence, Myrtle Beach. I had developed a relationship with him when I was public information officer, and it carried over. This year we got a concurrent resolution from the State House and State Senate for proclaiming Amateur Radio Week and honoring Field Day for all the stuff that amateur radio operators do. Excuse me. When I sent the request for the resolution in, I sent it to State Representative McGINNIS in the House and State Senator Henry in the State Senate. I know both of them. I know Tim better than I know Senator Henry, because I had that working relationship with him. And so earlier this week, Tim shoots me an email, "Hey, can you be on my show today?" I said, "Sure, no problem. Happy to do it." I checked, and the public information officer was not booked for that. I said, okay, since there's no conflict there, yeah, I'll do it. And Tim was kind enough to allow me to video record the radio show, so my portion of the show, so that way I can share it with everyone on the South Carolina section Facebook page, and we'll see where else I put it. I might put it on my own YouTube channel. Anyhow, enough of my babbling. Let's get to This Week with Tim McGINNIS and yours truly. And thank you for watching.
So welcome back. Those are my electro loads.
Welcome back to This Week with Tim McGINNIS. If you're listening to me today, you might be listening to me from far away because this podcast out. You might be listening to me at home. I got a guy with me this morning, Gordon Mooneyhan, who's all about getting the message out through radio, but not this kind of radio, a ham radio, amateur radio. You're with the National Association for Amateur Radio, Gordon, and I've always thought it was really cool because, it all goes down. You picture that guy in the basement with the ham radio. Houston, are you out there? Tokyo, are you out there? It's a really interesting hobby, I would think.
It is. Today is our field day. We're out at Coastal Carolina from 2 until whenever, weather permitting. We're at Science Field. And I got into the hobby in '93 I was interested back in the 60s when I lived in Columbia. But back then you had to go to an FCC field office and actually sit in front of an FCC examiner. Well, when I moved to Myrtle Beach in 72, their field office was in Charlotte or Atlanta. And you couldn't get there from here back then.
It's still tough today.
It is, yeah. And then Hurricane Hugo came along, evacuated for that. We just said, I'm not going to evacuate. So what can I do to use it? And got into it.
That's really interesting, yeah. So, and I've talked to people who have been to events like this before. And now, this has been held before. This isn't the first time you've done this. And go ahead.
It's an annual event. It covers the entire Western Hemisphere, Canada, North America, Central, and South America.
But it's really interesting to go and see this stuff in action because, this is kind of like those people who work on old cars. You guys work on old radios or older technology, but it's still some of the best technology out there for when you come. It doesn't take a lot of power. You can get the message out, far and wide.
Yeah, when you're ready, it's a ventilating device. We're still working.
Yeah.
About 4 years ago, we had a young lady, about 12, 13 years old, and we have a notice station put on there where a person who does not have a license, and there's a control operator, and they let the person talk. She talked with a hand in Argentina.
Wow.
For about 20 minutes.
Wow.
And the look on her face was, wow, I can't believe it.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, do you have? I assume you probably have your own setup that you're able to do a little bit of this play with or something.
I do, and I have radio in the cars.
I guess 2 questions. The first one is, what's the coolest thing? What's the conversation you have with somebody in the world that happened through amateur radio?
Well, my main thing is I like to tell about emergencies. And during Hurricane Floyd, I was at the Myrtle Beach EOC. And back when Tom Reith was city manager, I'm monitoring the hurricane net. I had to report that one of the islands in the Bahamas was cut in half.
Wow.
And I brought that to Tom and I said, what do we do if that son of a gun comes here? He said, we can always go to the jail. Yeah.
Yeah. And fast forward, that was a little over 20 years ago now, Hurricane Floyd. But now we have what's happening in Ukraine. Is there a lot of talk between people here and you think people in Ukraine, or do you hear that? Does that pop up at all?
There's some, but the Ukrainian government has asked their hands to stay off the way.
To save those frequencies, I guess, for...
Save the frequencies and also to avoid potentially saying something that Russia could use.
Wow, yeah.
And the Russian hams are the same.
Yeah. That's so. I think you kind of answered it but is that the most practical use? What are the practical uses today of ham radio, or is this just something for nostalgia lovers?
It's a hobby, but one of our things is to advance the state of the water. Cell phones wouldn't have been possible without hand radio.
Somebody needs to advance that because Scott Richards is doing a horrible job.
Hey, thank you.
I'm getting a bad look.
I give you the evil eye.
We developed the technology that made cell phones possible. Being able to have multiple conversations on the same frequency.
Wow.
I don't want to say that ham radio is responsible for everything, but the engineering, the nice thing about the hobby, once you have your license, as long as you stay within your assigned frequency bands, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't cause interference.
Wow. Okay.
We developed voice over internet protocol. There's so much that we've done in that.
came from
Hamburg.
it's the ancestor of all the modern technology
Yeah.
that we enjoy today. Yeah, that's really cool. Now, for people who are listening to this right now, they're looking for something new today. Why should they head out to Coastal? What are they going to see there? What are they going to be able to do there?
We've got 2 or 3 stations on there. I believe clubs have a quota station, but on their station. And they'll be able to actually get on there and, like that young girl did 4 years ago, talk with him who knows where. Scotland is a possibility. You know, early in the day, that's going to be early evening over there, yeah.
Is it a big club? Are a lot of people still interested?
We've got about 100 members. Give or take.
I used to work with one of the TV stations, Ben Brotherton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, I know he was very in the community. He, an old TV engineer, you expect to be doing something like that because they're always playing with people still trying to see if they can get it to work again.
Yeah.
And now, during the year, you mentioned you were in the EOC. Are you still, does the government ever look to you guys sometimes? Hey, we need help getting the word out about this or finding out what's going on here?
The new county EOC, we're having a dedicated room in it. We also work at the city EOC. I'm now at one of the local TV stations during the meetings. I don't know what it's called.
You're welcome to.
WBTW.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that station.
I say I'm Harry Potter because I sat on the cot under the stairs going up 7th floor there. So.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And what do you help them with? What kind of things do you do? And I imagine it's like during hurricanes,
Yes,
during big...
during hurricanes, we cannot gather leaves. That is one of the absolutes that we cannot do. Otherwise, the FCC comes down on us.
Okay.
But verify, I remember during my lifetime, I heard a report that I was going to the National Weather Service. So I scribble it down, I take it to the producer. We haven't heard anything about this. 5 minutes later, it comes back to me. How did you know that? Well, I heard the report going in.
Got the scoop through the ham radio. Well, I've always kind of thought about that because I spent the early part of my career in newsrooms and we'd always have scanners on monitoring all the scanner activity. And I would imagine that they're doing that's kind of like monitoring scanner activity. Here's what I heard. Oh, I heard this over here.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, Gordon, once again, let's tell people where they can go today if they want to check out if they want to check out local ham radio, local amateur radio.
It's at Coastal Carolina Science Center on Allied Drive.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll get on out there. What time do you go to?
We'll be there till about 6 or 8 tonight.
Okay, we'll get out there and maybe you can talk to somebody in an exotic location and tell them how wonderful Myrtle Beach and the Grand Strand is. Thanks for listening this morning. We will see you back here next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Have a great weekend.
And now it's going to be fun when I'm delivering pizzas tomorrow listening to myself.
Yes.
Well, have fun doing that, Gordon. Good to see you.
Tim, thank you so much.
Yeah, man, not a problem. I'm going to switch seats with you because I'm going to record my first part of the show.